right, y'all. I'm gonna allow y'all time to get in here so we can talk about the D4VD David and Celeste Rivas case. So I'm gonna allow y'all the time enough to get up in here because I didn't know I was gonna go live. I decided to go live. Supposed to be off today, but I do want to give y'all time enough to get in here so we can talk about that. Okay, we want to talk about. I'm gonna tell you something. The D4VD David and Celeste Rivas case remain in theories. Ain't kicking it with me, baby. No, so we're gonna talk about it. So I'm gonna give y'all time enough to come in, and so what we're gonna do? Okay, before I get started, I'm gonna go ahead and get everybody time enough to get in. Y'all, this case, D4VD and Celeste Rivas case is crazy. The update that we are hearing, it's not right. Because if you're going to go with the theories that TMZ and LAPD sources, they are the source. TMZ is the source. They've been doing good on the case, but it's a lot of things that has been said about the case is not working with me. So give y'all time enough to get in here. I want to get a shout out to my mod, my mods, to the point, especially because she's supposed to be doing her exams this week. So my computer knocked her out as mod, but that's still my standard mod. When shout out to Way Too Fast, Sizzle, and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead on and talk. So y'all, what's going on here is that Celeste Rivas, for those who don't know anything about the case, I'm not gonna read. If you miss out on anything, you come in late with 1,000 people in this question, go back and you can watch it. Okay. Celeste Rivas body was found on September the 8th. And that's my girl. Oh my God. To the point. No, it knocked you out. I'm about to put you back on. It knock you out, but I know what was going on. See, I know what was going on when it knock you out, but it'll do that. It'll do that, but it's okay. I put you back, babe. I ain't forgot you, but I knew you supposed to been taking exams though. I miss you though. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't. I know you trying to pay them classes. So I know you trying to pay them classes, girl, and I ain't want to be hard. I know you gonna do your thing, and I want you to pass. So it'll not. I don't know why it knocks my mod off like that, but it'll do that. And thank you for the super chat, baby. Thank you. Cause you real, real. We got to get the real people for him. So thank you so much for the super chat. Now y'all come on in, people, come on in, cause y'all can't be coming in here late, man. But look, y'all, I got so excited when I saw my mod. I miss her so much. Miss her so much. Girl, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Do your thing. I'm not a hater. I love to see young people come up in this world because it's not easy. Now, y'all know I had to congratulate my mom because she in school. Y'all congratulate her and drop your put the link down in there on your channel. She trying to get her channel together. All the small channels we got to work together on. We got to work together with each other instead of bringing each other down. So also I want to talk about Celeste. I just wanted to congratulate my mom because I knew everybody helped, but really her and I can't think of this other lady who just so she know what to do. But y'all, I want to get into Celeste Rivas. The update that I'm getting is I don't trust that update on the Celeste Rivas case because it don't make sense, and we're gonna get into that in a few minutes. But right now, I had to come in today. I said I don't work on Wednesdays, but I came in. Now y'all remember the young girl? She wasn't but 14. She was 14 years old. Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Body was found on September 8th in the front trunk of D4VD Tesla. This is the weirdest case that I have been in this world 66 years, and this is the first time I heard a case that you really can't find nobody who put the theory ain't right about who put that girl in the trunk. So we got to play the kind of game that they are manipulating in this situation. David is manipulating along with his friends and buddies. Okay, allegedly. Now, remember that the Tesla is registered to the singer D4VD. That's who Tesla it is. And you remember that Steve Fisher was he's the PI, gave me more information than anyone. And I appreciate TMZ trying to do their job. I love TMZ. But David Fisher came in here and he gave us some information off his investigation, off his findings, what he found in the house. In the house, because that's where they came in and took a warrant search and a search out in that house. So he did his part. Also, Steve Fisher also said that he saw who was driving the car. That Tesla, he saw who got into that Tesla and moved it around before David D4VD. I'm on respect how he want to be called it. He left to go on tour. Now y'all know we talked about this case. We've been busy with this case. We worked this case out already. So can't nobody tell us that she didn't jump in that trunk and wrapped herself up like that and then just disappear off the planet Earth. Now we keep getting different theories on these cases. I wish LAPD are doing a good job of doing their investigating, but I'm glad that they are taking their time. LAPD is taking their time in trying to figure this thing this case out, just like investigating out like we're doing. Now, the first time she went missing was February 28th, okay? The last time she was seen was January the 2nd of this year. So to me, from the doing research on this case, she was alive last year, y'all. She was alive. She was at home. Y'all saw her. She was at home in September last year, okay? And her mom knows she was at home, but the mama just said the last time she seen her daughter was in March. But see, we never did get an update on that her daughter did come home. So that part. So right now, David, everything in this case had remained silent. Y'all remember when I came in here Monday and did a content on, we just gonna pretend like they didn't find her in the front trunk, a girl in the front trunk of a Tesla. And I'm not gonna let them get away with this. I'm gonna stay on this case. No arrest. David still hasn't been arrested. Now, LAPD is not naming him as a suspect, but LAPD sources like Tim Z is naming him as a suspect. Listen to what I said. The sources are saying, naming and viewing David, D4VD David as a suspect, but not LAPD. Now, don't y'all get it confused now. LAPD haven't said anything. So the LAPD sources and TMZ investigation team think that, yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Now, To me, it still remains as determined cause of death is disclosed, because we should have, it's almost Thanksgiving. Now, I know some of y'all don't celebrate Thanksgiving. It's okay. It's okay. I ain't mad at you. It's okay. But I do. I always been the type that want to believe in Christmas, believe in Santa Claus and all that good old stuff. Just have fun. But I think the parents with the money that the GoFundMe that they receive from people from donation, they should have took that money and got them a private PI. Okay, it's their daughter. It's their daughter. Now, I got some different news for y'all. But before I tell y'all the different news is she didn't get in that trunk by herself. So it's going to be a homicide. A homicide. Is this going to be a homicide or not? First of all, we still haven't heard from LAPD, and they don't flew to the news and don't send all the news people that y'all got to listen to the news. The news is getting the sources from TMZ. Now, I want to give you just a little information and then I'm going to look at y'all comments and we're going to talk. Now, D4VD did something that we already figured out over here. That we already said September the 8th, if she was this decomposed, she had been in there for a long time. So we took the date back. We kept saying, no, it couldn't be in August. That's too close to thing. Couldn't be in July. Because the body would have had some, a little bit more, it wouldn't be that decomposed. So we kept going up the ladder. And I said, May or June? May? Maybe in May? Maybe May, April, May, that something happened to Celeste. Now, the last date that she was found, remember, was January the 2nd. She was with David, D4VD. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. Now, listening to TMZ printed out that no, I'm thinking about April this year. April this year now. And I'm glad you said that. April 2025. This year, I think that something happened between March, April, allegedly this year to me. Okay, but let me keep going before I get confused. Now, at first, it was the sister was saying that they didn't know a David. I don't even know how old is this girl who's supposed to be her sister. You got a sister that's running away. You have a sister that is running away. Was missing, are trying to get away, or not, don't want to be at home. Why? If she have a sibling that is old enough to help her, did you help your sister? And then she have a brother old enough to help her. Why did y'all help y'all sister? Y'all the oldest. I always taught my children to help each other. Because that's who they have, each other. So I wonder why that instead of her hanging with her cousin, who allegedly was downtown she was allegedly downtown somewhere she was staying downtown. This girl is too young, y'all. This is what hurts me in these kind of cases. Is where's the family when Celeste doing all of this? She wasn't but 14, y'all. We're not talking about an 18-year-old girl. We're not talking about a 15-year-old girl. We're talking about a 14-year-old girl in the 8th grade. Y'all, she is not grown at all. She's 14. And she all in Hollywood. Now, I'm going to tell you about David. Allegedly. I showed y'all the video. You have to go back and look at all of mine. I know I ain't got no big channel and all that. I ain't trying to be no superstar because I've been working all my life. So I'm trying to be me. But I may have a small channel, but I ain't on done that. I'm very smart. I showed y'all the video. You have to go back and look. You have to go. Your job is to go back and look at all them videos that I put out there on David, D4VD, in this case. Not mine. Now, I showed y'all the video. One of the video, the boy said, I helped David put her in the trunk. I helped David bury her. And ran across the street. Now that boy didn't make no mistake and said that, y'all. With me, I believe what young people like that say. I believe what they say because they are lies sometimes. They tell big lies, but I still believe things that they're say. They're not, some people think they don't lie, but they don't lie all the time, but they will tell on you. They'll tell on you. So I showed y'all a video where the boy said that he helped David bury Celeste. Now, I ain't gonna run with that theory because it's throwing me off because his mother, parents, had 911 came out to their house and drawed a weapon on them. Clue, just imagine, we have no clue. We at home, man, the parents at home minding their business, and then the police all out there in your front yard with a gun at you like that, and you don't know what they doing. And so they sent somebody did a prank call to his mom's house. Now, David, I hope you did that to your parents. I don't see David doing that. I don't see the popularity that he's in. I don't see him making that trick. And whoever did it changed their voice on the phone and said they live across the street. And they heard somebody scream in David's house. I think David loved his mom. And his mom and dad does a lot for him. And I don't think they would have put them in, he would have put, I don't think he would have put them in that situation. Not me, I don't. Because the boy is very popular. Now, do I think David knows something? Yeah. Them his buddies, those not my buddies. But that young man, go back and look at this video. I don't know which video it is. Just look at all my video, interesting. Okay. That video shows that a boy said, oh, I helped David bury Celeste. Now, somebody took that narrative and ran with it. Okay, so D4VD, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, because I still don't think, I think he knows something. But it's weird that the PI said he saw who got in that Tesla and moved that Tesla. But I'm about to tell y'all something that's going to freak you out. Now, this is coming from TMZ. This is not coming from Steve Fisher. I listen to Steve. I love TMZ too, but because they will get down on the news. Used to be the first one to get down on the news. Now, D4VD, TMZ saying this. D4VD took a trip to a remote area of Santa Barbara. in the middle of the night in the spring of 2025. I just went and told y'all last time. I think something happened to her was in April. Spring is in March in my month. D4VD took a trip Santa Barbara in the spring of 2025 of this year. Now look, listen what they say about the boy, y'all. I took up psychology and I've been using it on people for years. I always use it on my kid, on everybody. I use psychology on people. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, y'all. So when he took that trip in Santa Barbara in the middle of the night, and put my glasses on, trying to read without my glasses on. Y'all trying to be cute without my glasses. In the middle of the night, months before the body was discovered in Los Angeles in the front trunk. The question I have for this, if David did something to her in the middle of the night in Santa Barbara, that's what y'all trying to say. TMZ, I'm just going by what you all said, because you all are LAPD sources. Now, if he did something to her out there in Santa Barbara, if he buried her out there, whatever y'all trying to say, the question is, was she killed out there in Santa Barbara? What did he do to her in Santa Barbara? Did he kill her? Did he unalive her there and brought her back and put her in the trunk, in his trunk? Did he bury her out there? But it's crazy. Okay, so anywho, them the questions really, was she unalive? Like, did they take her out there and unalive her, wrapped her up good, and put her in his front trunk? That don't make sense. That don't make sense to go out to Santa Barbara, unalive her, knowing you got tour, knowing you've been practicing, but I ain't gonna say it can't happen, because it can. Unalive, what did he do out there? Wrapped her up, put her in his trunk, leave her in the trunk. Don't make sense, guys. Still don't make sense. Now, you go to Santa Barbara, 100 miles from LA, bring that body back, leave it in the trunk of the car in an abandoned area with your name on that car. Ain't making no sense at all. Now, that theory ain't working with me, y'all. That theory isn't working. But David, allegedly was out there. I can't tell y'all he was out there. That's what the source, LAPD sources is saying. LAPD haven't said anything. They trying to figure this thing out like I'm trying to do. That don't make sense. To put her in the trunk with a camera. Unalive her out there, and you could have buried her and left out there. But you unalive her out there. And what was your purpose of unaliving her? First of all, this case don't make sense to me. This case don't make sense, y'all. This case don't make sense. Something is missing out of this case. And somebody think this a joke. But it's not a joke when I don't care. I'm the type of person, it is my business. Because I'm a citizen of the United States. Not to sit here and let these folks get away with a 14-year-old in the back of a front trunk, abandoned in the front trunk, wrapped up. Moving the car. Come on, y'all. They think we crazy. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me put my bifocals on and see what y'all saying. Okay, I'm gonna see what y'all saying. Okay. All right. Okay. That's crazy. Was it April 2024 when she reported? I can't remember. Oh, yes. If you do, if y'all, oh, okay, that's sweet. Okay, wow. Okay. Have a one of the older video that you all are with. Okay. Y'all, ladies, it's time for us to step our game up, and things can happen. You know, you got nieces and you got children and you got everything. This not supposed to happen. And can't nobody tell me that this not a homicide. Can nobody tell me a group of young people got their hands on this case? Now, only thing puzzling me is this stupidity of what's going on in the case and the theory. This don't make sense for David to go out, and he can go out in the middle of Santa Barbara if he want to. But it don't make no sense. This case not going to make sense if y'all said, did he bury her out there? Did he unalive her out there? Put her in the front trunk? And the person who's supposed to got rid of the body changed their mind. They didn't want no part of this, and they got it in the front trunk. But the PI said that he seen where they moved the body around. They moved the body. He saw the PI said he saw who got in the car and moved that car. He said he knows. Now the only person that the PI really knows is D4VD. I ain't giving up on Celeste Rivas' case because it's not solved, y'all. Don't be so happy because you saw the news and it said D4VD is the suspect. LAPD didn't say that. That's what LAPD sources said. LAPD is still trying to figure this thing out like I'm trying to figure it out. Only thing I can see is that if she hung with her cousin, an older person, an older man will feel strange if he found out that you're just 14, and I thought you were my age, I thought you were 18. No, you can't look at her and tell how old these young girls in the 8th grade is looking older. Some are looking older. So you can't say that, oh, he knows she was, I can tell how old they are because I work with them. Yeah, this case here is too disturbing. It's just out the whack. It ain't making sense. If David, the suspect, he trying to get caught. If he the suspect, is he trying to get caught? And if they want to base this case on his 2022 video of putting somebody in the front trunk, that means somebody trying to come up with a narrative. This is some strange stuff. This is real strange, y'all. I hope they get to the bottom of this. Why would he underlie her just because she told him a lie about the age? And then we found out that, no, I got to tell you where I got it from. TMZ said, first they said that either in March or April when the mom said she went missing, she ain't seen her daughter since March. But by her saying that, y'all, doesn't mean that she didn't see her daughter. No, she don't have to tell us that her daughter came home. Celeste mom, Rivas' mom, don't have to tell us that she came home. She had to say, well, my daughter, she was at home in April, in May and June, July. She don't in September. She had to tell us nothing. But the thing is, she was hanging around with her auntie, her cousin, Amaretta. Now the cousin got to know something. All kin people have their favorite cousin. She could tell us something. Now, David cut a lot of his friends off. I ain't saying he had nothing. I ain't saying he had nothing to do with it. I say he knows something. He knows something. It happened in his house. Did she OD? And somebody tried to get rid of her body? And what are y'all doing? Somebody set this up, y'all. And David, you know who did this. You know who set this up because it's your car. You know who involved. It's your car. Don't mean that you did it, you put her in the car. Something happened to that girl. Something happened. And that's a party house. Y'all got to realize that's a party house. Josh Marshall has wiped his name off a situation. But there is another manager. They do have another manager. And whoever moved David's car has the key to the house. And the Tesla, it was a red Tesla there, burgundy red, whatever you want to call it. I would stay up on this case. I would notify those who are interested in this case. I take my case serious. I don't have time to play. I'm too old to play, y'all. Too old to play. Can you want to play? Y'all grown. Y'all should stand up for women. Stop, man. Because how you treat somebody, it can happen to you. Okay. This case really, it's a girl. And all they gave us is a finger saying, shh. This is a serious case, y'all. And I hope her parents get justice. Whatever going on in this case is weird. This case is one of the weirdest cases I ever covered. And the theories that D4VD is a suspect, the mom said that allegedly, because the mom, I ain't hear the mom say nothing. We ain't heard the parents talk, so we just have to go what TMZ said and the PI is saying. Because we you know, in the theory that the jokers and the people putting out there, and the brother and the boyfriend, what the boyfriend said. I'm just going by those videos. Whoever did this to that girl, you need to go to jail and spend the rest of your life in jail. Because that is somebody's daughter. That is somebody's child. This case is, if it's really a case, is she alive? If she can't be alive. They had a funeral that really, they had unless they had a private, I don't understand why the funeral would be private and y'all got them people GoFundMe. So I don't know if it's private or not. And you can't have a funeral with a decomposed body. I don't hear David singing on songs. He is making music, y'all. Don't think he ain't making them. And then he about to make, and then if David not involved, David about to get paid. And David about to get paid off this case. His music gonna be off this case. That's trillions of dollars. I'm not gonna say he put that girl in that trunk and wrapped her up good. Wrapped her up and left her in the trunk. But I believe somebody's supposed to get rid of that body and they didn't do their job. What y'all think? I think that I think somebody didn't do their job. Did they unalive her or did she OD? See, that's something, that's what they're trying to find out now. LAPD trying to find out the same thing that I'm thinking. Did they unalive her? Or what happened to her doing what she doing at an early age? She wasn't but 14. Your body ain't ready for a lot of stuff. So I'm thinking about her body could have took a fat something that she got, somebody gave her, she wanted herself. And you know how at them young folk party, try it, go, you know, and she a young girl. My thing is, if this happened, her mama knew that she would now, TMZ saying that the mom knew that she was dating a older boy. They do that, y'all. Their culture probably let their children. Now y'all gotta remember that different cultures do different things. Different cultures do anything, different things. They run their household differently. They, you know, everything is different from the way I raised my kids. And then with my own culture, the way y'all raise y'all kid wasn't the way that I raised mine. So that plays a big role in this situation. You got a lot of family let their children do what they want to do, y'all. This ain't new. Her mama probably let her date older boys. She said, she told the boyfriend, mentioned it to y'all, that she wanted an older boyfriend. She said she wanted an older boyfriend. She wanted, now I apologize, she wanted a serious relationship. At the 8th grade, the serious relationship she should have with her grades. That's the serious relationship. Anywho, y'all, it's no way he could have took her out in Santa Barbara, somewhere Santa Barbara. I don't know why they went out there to Santa Barbara in the middle of the night of this year. I don't in the springtime. I don't know why they went out there. But if David forgot, did he forget that her body was in the trunk? Now, let me ask you a question. The PI, I wish the PI would tell us who was in that. He saw who was driving the Tesla. And the car had to be smelling because he let the window down. He cracked the window and put a fresh air freshener in there. A Christmas tree air freshener. I know this case so backwards don't even make no sense. I don't think that's your business. We're talking about D4VD. We're not talking about my business. I'm old enough to take care of myself. I'm 66. I'm old enough to take care of myself. Just make sure you follow Jesus. And I'm just keeping it real with you. That's all, baby. Y'all funny. I love it, though. Y'all funny. Y'all people funny. But that's all I got to say about this case is I'm going to stay on top of it. The theories that they want us to run with, the LAPD sources want us to run with, and y'all this ain't making sense. But stuff don't make sense when you're feeling good. When you're feeling good, things don't make sense. Right, y'all? All right, y'all. I just want to come in. That's all I want to come in. I just don't understand. I believe, did David forget he put the body in the front trunk? Did he forget? Did he forget that the body was in the trunk? But moved the car? Think that where he parked the car, he thought it was okay for him to park his car right there. And somebody recognized the car and called the police and told them that they saw the car. They saw a car out there in front of their house and they'd been out there for a while. That's something to think about. All right, y'all, I'm about to go. I'm staying on this case. David, as a suspect, David got to be part of the suspect because that's weird. I ain't said David put her in the trunk, but him and some more people, I see him and some more people in this. I'm not a psychic, but I do see David and others in this case. I see David in the but the only thing throwing me off about this case to make me think that David don't know about the body in his trunk in a way is because why y'all calling out? Why y'all is plenty of apps out there that can make it look like somebody pinged a situation from them people's house. That's amazing. Somebody knock on your door and say, "Oh, a phone ping. It's an out of town phone number." And he pinged and said that they heard somebody scream. And ain't nobody, mom and dad ain't heard nobody scream in their house. But what the strange thing about me that the mama, or either the daddy did, I don't know. I can't say. But close that door. When they closed that door in that police face, that freaked me out. And then when the police came out to their house, and when the police was talking crazy, the mama either the dad slammed the door in their face like, "Y'all get out our face with that." That freaked me out there. Now that been me. I be sitting there trying to get answers. I wouldn't slam no door in no police face. Not after accusing something happened to my house. And so the police, like me, the police look at the other officer like, "You seen this? You seen this? They slammed the door in my face." And I just told them that somebody said they heard somebody scream from their house. So that's when they opened the door and start talking to the police officer. Y'all, this case right here. If you forgot that you put a body in that car, that means they gave me make me think that you were feeling good. You don't know what you did. Right, right. And if you're gonna investigate something, you gotta do like me. I'm like LAPD, I ain't about to believe everything you just said. I'm about to try to put it all together. Because he can go out in Santa Barbara in the middle of the night if he want to. What's in Santa Barbara? I don't know. And then you do that to her. If he did that to her, you know they investigated the trunk. You know they investigated. You know if they did, if they unalive Celeste out there, so it seems like somebody giving us putting a theory out there and they want us to talk about it. But if he unalive her in that out there in that area, you got to have DNA. You got to have DNA in the trunk. Or did he something happen? Did they have a party and something happened to Celeste and they put her in the trunk and went out there to Santa Barbara and wrapped her up? Could she have been unalive in Los Angeles? Did they thought that the person who changed their mind about stuff, it could have been Dave, I don't know. The PI saw the person. Or could something happen to her, like I said, and they took her out to Santa Barbara. Something happened to her at that party. She could have OD'd. They put her in the trunk to take her out there, Santa Barbara, in the middle of the night in 2025, in the springtime, wrapped her up. That means you got April, May, June, July, August, September. Why would you have a body riding around with a body in your front trunk? That don't make sense. Even 5 months, it doesn't make sense. Even 4 months, it doesn't make sense. When did this happen to her? If y'all trying to say that, if the LAPD source is trying to say that in the springtime this happened to her and out there in the middle of Santa Barbara, it don't make sense that you left her in the trunk in April. You left her in the trunk May, June, July, and you gone on your trip. 4 months? What he saving her body in the trunk for? So did somebody change their mind about taking that body out of that front trunk? David didn't call his car missing. So y'all think about it. Y'all think about it. They named him as a suspect, but I say that I think that I don't understand why I know he don't open that trunk out of those 4 months. And y'all know how you in and out your trunk to put groceries. You know how you in and out your trunk to go put something back there. And you gonna tell me if y'all gonna say he did this in the spring and brought it up, y'all somebody. Now since y'all want to act like this a mystery, since we gonna make it like a mystery movie. So y'all trying to say David and some people went out there. Just like he moved in 2022. And went out there in the dust and took her out there. He buried her out there. Somebody didn't like that. They went back out there. Got her out that trunk. They left in that trunk. But none of those theories making sense. And not even making sense that he went to Santa Barbara to underlie her and then brought her back up here and wrap her up, y'all. This don't make sense. We Les, whoever's supposed to be getting rid of the body, didn't do their job. Did David bury her out there in Santa Barbara and did the body up and put it in the trunk and let David know you didn't get away with murder? What do y'all think? What do you all think happened? If they did something like this, y'all, this is sinister. This is heinous. This is spiritual. This is weird. Now, I know a lot of y'all people don't believe what I'm saying. These just my theories of what's going on in this case. I'm not riding with David. I'm not riding with David. David is a suspect to me. He's going to be a suspect because he was messing with an underage girl. That's the only reason why he's a suspect to me. And it's his Tesla, but doesn't mean that he put her in the trunk. It doesn't mean that he underlied her. And first, y'all told us that he was being cooperative. We had plenty of news report that he been cooperating with the investigating. That's what y'all said. That's what TMZ said. That's what everybody was saying. Now they saying on the news that David not being cooperative. He wasn't being cooperative. Girl, you know, it seemed like one of his Fortnite movies. It seemed like a movie, Netflix movie. This is weird. This is weird. The family don't know nothing. All right, y'all. I just want to come in here and give y'all this update and my reaction on what's going on. Okay, that's what I said. This about to be a Netflix movie, and this about to be a Netflix movie. This about to be money. David about to start her whole year out differently. Still, David haven't been named a suspect, y'all. They got to be careful and make sure they got their theory. David told them something. He told them to investigate or something. And they didn't lock him up. They didn't lock him up the first time. They said no arrest, no name suspects. They said that off the rip. The term and cause of death is disclosed. They got rid of that body real quick. They got rid of that. It gave them people that death certificate real quick. And they stopped that GoFundMe real quick. That don't sound right. And I believe the mama, I believe that somebody think that's a game. I want the sister to talk on the news. You know, back in the day, they would go and talk to the family, go out to their house, Go sit the camera out to the people's houses, and like they do now, and they'll talk to the family. The news people would have went out to Celeste's mother house. They don't move, because they've been arrested. But you're talking about a 14-year-old girl, y'all. You're talking about a 14-year-old girl. You got any kids, and you been 14. Come on now. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. But I'm just saying what's on my mind. I still think David, y'all can name him as a suspect because he was with an underage girl at the time. But girls do lie about their age just like boys do. I lied about my age. When I was 16, I said I was 18. Anybody a girl want to be with, they'll lie about their age. Yes, they will. They'll lie about their age. Yes, they will. 'Cause I lied. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.